On today's episode of What is in the Shop, I'm going to show you guys how to grease your hub motor. This is a very important step for these hub motors that have gears in them. Over time, the grease wears out and the gears just chip and they give in, motors lock up, water seeps in, and it's very bad. So it's always good to keep your gears lubricated. It's just like a regular oil change in your car. After a certain time, you have to change it. And I'm gonna show you guys on how I get it done, at least, and my tips and some things that probably help you guys out on the right path. So stay tuned, and I hope you guys enjoy. We're gonna start off by taking off the rotors. So I like to kind of tap these screws because the last thing you want to do is cross thread strip one of these heads out. So I find that giving it a little tap before trying to break these motor bolts helps it a lot. We got those, you're gonna make sure the other side doesn't have any bolts. Some hub motors have, some don't. This one doesn't. Now, between here, the actual cap and the hub, there's a seal. Usually they seal it up with some type of silicone, so it's hard to pop. So what I like, a lot of people just grab the motors and just slam them in the ground right away. I like to kind of break the seal a little bit. That's why I have this very little thin tool here. We're gonna find the seam and gently tap on each and every one of the corners. Oh, there you go, see? Beautiful. So it's equal pressure, you want to pry it out. I am going to lay down a piece of mind the struggle, guys. Alright guys, notice that I'm using a mallet to tap the shaft through. There's a bushing cover that's on there that's actually what's holding it back. Alright, so what's holding me back? There you go. So all that struggle was this bearing right here that has a cap. Stuck, but with a little pressure, we're not going to edit none of this out. This is how things come out. So this here, guys, is what we have and what we're working with. Now let me get some gloves, because now comes the fun. All right, so now that we are all gloved up, we're going to inspect everything. Make sure there's no broken teeth. So he has somewhere to least. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna clean out the old grease. guys, now we're spraying on that decrease your time. You're trying to decrease that possible. So you're more recent years, you're trying to enable everything inside here. So you can see everywhere. I'm using synthetic Mobile 1 grease. So you kind of want to put it on start with one gear, and as you spin the motor, you're going to be tapping on the gears itself to get a complete solid even spread throughout the whole gear. So you focus on one gear at a time. To the next one. Try not to get grease inside of the stator. Put some grease on top of the gears as it rotates as well. So now I got that evened up. Now I come right in the center of the motor. You're gonna see that that's where the other main gear is. So you're gonna want to put a nice gulp in there from this angle. This angle, and this angle. So we're going to set that to the side because we have to wipe down some of the connectors. Don't make much of a mess in here, but we have to still seat all the gears in here. So you want to go from the bottom up, bottom up. Because the point, you want to make the mess down there, not up here. So what I'm saying is from the bottom up. My recommendation to you guys is whenever you guys do this, I put 2 sets of gloves on so you can work a little more comfortable. That's the hack. Now everything I touch is not full of perfectly clean. That'll help. So what I'm doing is cleaning up anything that could go inside the car. Around the circles. So, go ahead and spin it. You guys don't want to overdo it, but this is a good synthetic grease. That assembly. Since we had a little issue with the coming out part, we're gonna lube the shaft a little bit here in this area. We're gonna clean out the surroundings. Make sure there's no grease. Then you got some gasket maker. Just to seal it. Don't need too much of it. Nice little coating. Beautiful. Carefully line these holes back up. And spin it. Beautiful. Now comes the reassembly part. Guys, make sure you use your Loctite. Everybody gets Loctite. Okay. Make sure the motor is seated right. You guys do not want to tighten these at all. I'm just getting the screw right to where it's kind of in there but not making contact with it. I'm going to show you guys my trick on how to seat these hubs right, because sometimes if you do it and you put one side in a little bit more than the other, it's not going to sit in properly and you mess up your motor. So this is a technique that I'm going to show you guys in a few that helped me get it. It should help you guys too. So right there, boom, tool. All right, so now here, my trick is to line this up away from everything. You guys are gonna spin it to right where there's a little resistance, spin it. Now, you're gonna together, not so tight, then you guys are gonna move around to the complete opposite. Get them together where there's no resistance to where they just tie. See that one just tying by side. So a little spin, bam, together. Same thing for these guys. We're gonna get them to where this one stops spinning. This one, all right, now and together. Bam, beautiful. Now back over here. motor. Spins beautifully. That is how we do it, guys. Spins beautifully. And that, my friends, is how you guys grease up your hub motors. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment. If you guys want to see any how-to videos of anything else, let me know. Be sure to like and subscribe. And that will do it, guys.